behind the dusty shelf today. The pages were yellowed and starting to fray. Under the light of the fading sun, I saw the sketch of a girl who had run into the meadows where the wild winds blow, with a laugh that could make any cold heart glow. Time has a way of erasing the lines, but some things are carved in the deepest designs. I traced the outline of your gentle face, and suddenly I am back in that place. We were like brushstrokes on a blank white sheet, clumsy and bright in the summer heat, blending our colors without any fear. Believing the future was perfectly clear. Though the pigments have faded away, the picture still guides me through every dark day. You painted my world with a shade of soft blue, a color I never had seen until you. We spent the long hours just watching the birds, speaking a language that didn't need words. But the autumn came early and swept us apart, leaving a gallery locked in my heart. Time has a way of erasing the lines, but some things are carved in the deepest designs. I traced the outline of your gentle face, and suddenly I am back in that place. We were like brushstrokes on a blank white sheet, clumsy and bright in the summer heat, blending our colors without any fear. Believing the future was perfectly clear. Though the pigments have faded away, the picture still guides me through every dark day. And if I could find where the artist resides, to rewrite the ending where everyone hides, I'd ask for one more golden morning with you, to finish the canvas we never quite knew. We were like brushstrokes on a blank white sheet, clumsy and bright in the summer heat, blending our colors without any fear. Believing the future was perfectly clear. Though the pigments have faded away, the picture still guides me through every dark day. Just a lingering sketch in the light, fading slowly into the night, resting in the quiet frame. The clouds are gathering over the cobblestone street. I can feel the damp earth warming up under my feet. You were holding a tiny umbrella of green, the prettiest thing that my eyes had ever seen. We didn't care if our shoulders got wet. Some moments are things that you never forget. Under the awning of that old flower store, we stood in the damp air and wished for some more of the sweet purple petals that bloomed in the cold, and the promises that we would too young to hold. Oh, the storm made a song for the two of us there, with the scent of the blossoms alive in the air. We walked through the puddles and laughed at the sky, never once thinking to ask ourselves why. It's a beautiful echo that rings in my ears, shining so bright through the dust of the years. Your boots made a splash as you skipped on the stone, whispering secrets in a soft, gentle tone about how you wanted to travel the seas and find a small cottage under the trees. I was just happy to walk by your side, with nothing to lose and with nothing to hide. Under the awning of that old flower store, we stood in the damp air and wished for some more of the sweet purple petals that bloomed in the cold, and the promises that we were too young to hold. Oh, the storm made a song for the two of us there, with the scent of the blossoms alive in the air. We walked through the puddles and laughed at the sky, never once thinking to ask ourselves why. It's a beautiful echo that rings in my ears, shining so bright through the dust of the years. And the water still falls on the roof of my car, but the storm doesn't tell me quite where you now are. I just look at the gray sky and smile at the sound of the droplets that cover the memory ground. Oh, the storm made a song for the two of us there, with the scent of the blossoms alive in the air. We walked through the puddles and laughed at the sky, never once thinking to ask ourselves why. It's a beautiful echo that rings in my ears, shining so bright through the dust of the years, softly falling down on this sleepy town, just like before. Sunny beams filter through the green maple leaves, and a spider is spinning a web in the eaves. I'm sitting alone on the white garden chair, feeling the warmth of the light in the air. This is the season when everything grew, back when the world was entirely new. I can still hear the sweet sound of your voice, making the quietest garden rejoice, as you pointed at clouds that were floating so high, like giant white pillows across the blue sky. We had the whole summer stretched out in our hands, making our simple and beautiful plans to never grow up and to never go cold, to keep all the innocent magic we hold. Though the seasons have turned and the winter has come, my heart still beats slow to that old summer drum. You had a yellow ribbon tied in your hair, dancing around without any real care. We drank lemonade from a tall plastic glass and watched the ants crawl through the overgrown grass. Every small second was loaded with grace, just seeing the smile on your delicate face. I can still hear the sweet sound of your voice, making the quietest garden rejoice, as you pointed at clouds that were floating so high, like giant white pillows across the blue sky. We had the whole summer stretched out in our hands, making our simple and beautiful plans to never grow up and to never go cold, to keep all the innocent magic we hold. Though the seasons have turned and the winter has come, my heart still beats slow to that old summer drum. And the birds in the branches are singing today, but the tune is a little bit different, they say, for the boy who is sitting alone in the shade, thinking of promises that we once made. We had the whole summer stretched out in our hands, making our simple and beautiful plans to never grow up and to never go cold, to keep all the innocent magic we hold. Though the seasons have turned and the winter has come, my heart still beats slow to that old summer drum. Under the maple tree, just a sweet memory of a golden time. You used to run ahead without looking back at me, with your jacket wide open and blowing so free. I kept a safe distance to watch how you'd move, following quietly in your sweet groove. Your shadow was long in the afternoon glow, and I was content just to travel so slow. I knew every turn that your shoulders would make, and every small breath that your young heart would take, counting the pavement lines one by one, chasing the path of our personal sun. I kept my eyes on the heels of your shoes, with nothing to win and with nothing to lose, just keeping the tempo you set for the day, happy to follow wherever you'd stray. And though you have walked far ahead of my side, I still see your shadow in dreams of the night. You stopped by the bridge where the river ran wide to look at the fish that were trying to hide. I stood on the gravel and waited for you to turn around and show me the sky that was blue. You smiled as you saw me, just standing right there, with a handful of daisies and wind in your hair. I knew every turn that your shoulders would make, and every small breath that your young heart would take, counting the pavement lines one by one, chasing the path of our personal sun. I kept my eyes on the heels of your shoes, with nothing to win and with nothing to lose, just keeping the tempo you set for the day, happy to follow wherever you'd stray. And though you have walked far ahead of my side, dreams of the night. Now the distance is wider than oceans can be, and no one is walking ahead on the gate, but I still keep the pace that you taught me to hold, to keep my cold spirit from growing too old. I kept my eyes on the heels of your shoes, with nothing to win and with nothing to lose, just keeping the tempo you set for the day, happy to follow wherever you'd stray. And though you have walked far ahead of my sight, I still see your shadow in dreams of the night, still walking behind, in the back of my mind, just a few paces away. The schoolyard is quiet now that the season has changed, and the old iron benches have been rearranged, but I can still see where we drew on the floor, right by the steps of the gymnasium door, with pieces of yellow and pink in our hands. We built our own kingdoms on imaginary lands. We didn't know that the rain would come down to wash all our kingdoms away from this town. We thought that the colors would permanently stay to brighten the path of our playground today. We drew our dreams in the brightest of shades before the long years and the heavy parades of growing up fast and of moving away. Left us with nothing but memories of gray, but under the surface the colors remain, shining so clearly in spite of the rain. You drew a big castle with towers so high, and said we would live there and touch the blue sky. I drew a small garden with roses and trees to keep you protected from any cold breeze. We laughed as the dust got all over our clothes, with dirt on our fingers and smudge on our nose. We didn't know that the rain would come down to wash all our kingdoms away from this town. We thought that the colors would permanently stay to brighten the path of our playground today. We drew our dreams in the brightest of shades before the long years and the heavy parades of growing up fast and of moving away. Left us with nothing but memories of gray, but under the surface the colors remain, shining so clearly in spite of the rain. And now when I walk by the park after dark, I look at the ground for a ghost of a mark, to prove that we existed once in this place. Two little kids in a beautiful space. We drew our dreams in the brightest of shades before the long years and the heavy parades of growing up fast and of moving away. Left us with nothing but memories of gray, but under the surface the colors remain, shining so clearly in spite of the rain. Just a light path pastel trace in a forgotten place, sleeping under the concrete. The paint is peeling on the wooden slabs we shared back when we believed that nobody else cared about the sweet secrets we spoke in the dark, in the quietest corner of this leafy park. I sit here tonight with the wind in my face, feeling the ghost of your sudden embrace. We used to share a single coat in the breeze, watching the leaves fall down from the trees, and counting the stars as they started to wake, with every sweet promise we wanted to make. This wooden frame was our castle of gold, where we kept the dreams that we wanted to hold. We talked of the places we'd see in the spring, and the beautiful songs that our spirits would sing. Though the seed is now cold and the night is so deep, your smile is the one thing I promised to keep. I remember the way that you rested your head on my shoulder and listened to everything said. We didn't need music or fancy bright lights to guide us through those cold and beautiful nights. Just the warmth of your hand as it slipped into mine, making the dark world look bright and divine. We used to share a single coat in the breeze, watching the leaves fall down from the trees, and counting the stars as they started to wake, with every sweet promise we wanted to make. This wooden frame was our castle of gold, where we kept the dreams that we wanted to hold. We talked of the places we'd see in the spring, and the beautiful songs that our spirits would sing. Though the seed is now cold and the night is so deep, your smile is the one thing I promised to keep. And the street lamps are flickering over the lane, writing your name in the cold glass of rain. I close my wet eyes and I see you once more, standing right here like you did once before. This wooden frame was our castle of gold, where we kept the dreams that we wanted to hold. We talked of the places we'd see in the spring, and the beautiful songs that our spirits would sing. Though the seed is now cold and the night is so deep, your smile is the one thing I promised to keep. Still sitting right here, wishing you were near, on our faded green wood. The hum of the engine echoed through the cold morning mist. We stood by the gate where we finally kissed. Your ticket was crumpled and tight in your hand as we stared at the tracks leading out of our land. I tried not to cry as the whistle blew loud, but my heart felt so heavy and terribly bowed. We promised to write every single long day to keep our young spirits from drifting away. But the world is so big and the distance is wide, and the currents of life have a powerful tide. Oh, that final platform was empty and cold, with the sweetest story that ever was told, sliding away on the silver iron rails, like a paper boat that so quietly sails into the fog of the years that have passed, leaving a love that was too bright to last. I watched from the barrier as you climbed inside, searching the windows with eyes that were wide. And then for a second our glances did meet through the glass that was cold from the wintertime sleet. You gave me a wave with a hand that was small, and that was the very last picture of all. We promised to write every single long day to keep our young spirits from drifting away. But the world is so big and the distance is wide, and the currents of life have a powerful tide. Oh, that final platform was empty and cold, with the sweetest story that ever was told, sliding away on the silver iron rails, like a paper boat that so quietly sails into the fog of the years that have passed, leaving a love that was too bright to last. And the trains still arrive and they depart in the night, with their yellow headlights so blindingly bright. But they never bring back the sweet girl that I knew, with her heavy brown coat and her eyes of deep blue. Oh, that final platform was empty and cold, with the sweetest story that ever was told, sliding away on the silver iron rails, like a paper boat that so quietly sails into the fog of the years that have passed, leaving a love that was too bright to last. The whistle still blows and the cold river flows, but the platform remains silent. The golden hour painted the dusty path in orange and gold, with a gentle warm breeze that was never too cold. We rode down the hill with our hands in the air, laughing out loud without any real care. You sat on the back with your arms round my waist, in a beautiful world that was never in haste. We didn't have money or luxury things, but we felt like a pair of young summer kings, with the wind in our faces and joy in our eyes, under the dome of the beautiful skies. We were flying so high on those rusty old wheels, knowing exactly how first romance feels. Down through the valleys and into the trees, floating along like a leaf in the breeze. And though I now drive on the highway alone, my heart still belongs to that old gravel stone. You pointed at wildflowers, you blooming so bright, and asked me to stop in the fading of light. I picked a small daisy and put in your hair, and thought that no princess could ever compare to the girl who was riding along by my side, with a spirit as free as the incoming tide. We didn't have money or luxury things, but we felt like a pair of young summer kings, with the wind in our faces and joy in our eyes, under the dome of the beautiful skies. We were flying so high on those rusty old wheels, knowing exactly how first romance feels. Down through the valleys and into the trees, floating along like a leaf in the breeze. And though I now drive on the highway alone, my heart still belongs to that old gravel stone. And the chain may have rusted and fallen apart, but the wheels are still spinning deep inside of my heart. I can still feel your grip as we went down the hill in the quiet afternoon, when the world was so still. We were flying so high on those rusty old wheels, knowing exactly how first romance feels. Down through the valleys and into the trees, floating along like a leaf in the breeze. And though I now drive on the highway alone, my heart still belongs to that old gravel stone, just spinning away in the light of the day. Two young hearts on a ride. I opened up the pages of that worn-out poetry book and found a small blossom in a quiet little nook. It was dried and so fragile and yellow and thin, reminding me of where we used to begin. You placed it right there on a warm Sunday night, when our futures were looking so incredibly bright. We thought that our feelings would never decay, that we'd always remain just the same as today. But the petals have dried and the colors have gone, leaving us here in the quiet of dawn. This little yellow flower is a key to the past, to a beautiful season that went by too fast. When we walked through the gardens and gathered the spring, and believed in the joy that tomorrow would bring. Though you are not here and the winter is cold, this is the sweetest memory I hold. I remember the day that we ran through the park, gathering blossoms until it was dark. Your hands were so warm as you held them in mine, saying that life was exceptionally fine. We didn't know then that the winter would start to freeze all the gardens we built in our heart. We thought that our feelings would never decay, that we'd always remain just the same as today. But the petals have dried and the colors have gone, leaving us here in the quiet of dawn. This little yellow flower is a key to the past, to a beautiful season that went by too fast. When we walked through the gardens and gathered the spring, and believed in the joy that tomorrow would bring. Though you are not here and the winter is cold, this is the sweetest memory I hold. And the poetry lines are still there on the page, but they look different now in my current old age. Only the blossom remains just as sweet as the day that we met on that sun-drenched street. This little yellow flower is a key to the past, to a beautiful season that went by too fast. When we walked through the gardens and gathered the spring, and believed in the joy that tomorrow would bring. Though you are not here and the winter is cold, this is the sweetest memory I hold. Softly pressed in the page, untouched by our age, a quiet little bloom. Across the narrow alleyway our windows used to meet, high above the noise of the busy city street. We were too shy to speak and too young to know how, so we folded our notes and we made a small vow to throw them across when the evening was clear, and hope that they'd land with the one we held dear. I spent hours writing the words on the sheet, hoping my message would find you complete, and you would look out with a smile on your face and wave your small hand from your quiet high place. We sent our young secrets afloat on the wind to the beautiful places where stories begin, floating so softly on wings of pure white, under the stars of the warm summer night. And though we have moved to our separate towns, my heart still remembers those ups and those downs. I remember the night that your letter fell short and landed down low in the dark gravel court. I ran down the stairs in the middle of night, searching the ground with my small pocket light, and found where you'd written that you loved me too. Under the stars that were shining so blue, was writing the words on the sheet, hoping my message would find you complete, and you would look out with a smile on your face and wave your small hand from your quiet high place. We sent our young secrets afloat on the wind to the beautiful places where stories begin, floating so softly on wings of pure white, under the stars of the warm summer night. And though we have moved to our separate towns, my heart still remembers those ups and those downs. And the sky is now empty of white folded wings, and the radio plays only sorrowful things, but I still keep the notes that you threw to my side in a drawer where my oldest sweet memories hide. We sent our young secrets afloat on the wind to the beautiful places where stories begin, floating so softly on wings of pure white, under the stars of the warm summer night. And though we have moved to our separate towns, my heart still remembers those ups and those downs, floating away in the fading of day. Just a white winged stream. The kettle is whistling in the dark corner of the room, bringing some warmth to the quiet winter gloom. I pour out the water into ceramic cups, waiting for the moment that my heavy heart lifts up. But the seat across from me is empty and cold, with only the shadow of the stories we told. We used to sit here and talk until dawn, before the sweet light of our innocence was gone, sharing our tea and our deepest young fears in a beautiful world that was empty of tears. Now the kitchen is silent and the night is so deep, and the memories of you are the secrets I keep in the steam of the cup as it rises so high, like a beautiful cloud in a dark winter sky. I can still feel your hand as it rested on mine, making the cold night feel warm and divine. You like to put honey in your herbal blend, and say that our friendship would never have an end. We watched the rain fall on the dark window pane, and spoke of the things we would do in the rain. But the tea is gone cold and the honey is sweet, like the bittersweet memories of when we would meet. We used to sit here and talk until dawn, before the sweet light of our innocence was gone, sharing our tea and our deepest young fears in a beautiful world that was empty of tears. Now the kitchen is silent and the night is so deep, and the memories of you are the secrets I keep in the steam of the cup as it rises so high, like a beautiful cloud in a dark winter sky. I can still feel your hand as it rested on mine, making the cold night feel warm and divine. And the light of the morning is starting to break over the city that is slowly awake, but the dream of your presence is starting to fade, like the beautiful promises that we once made. Now the kitchen is silent and the night is so deep, and the memories of you are the secrets I keep in the steam of the cup as it rises so high, like a beautiful cloud in a dark winter sky. I can still feel your hand as it rested on mine, making the cold night feel warm and divine. Just a warm steam rising in the quiet, realizing that you are gone. The chemical colors are starting to turn a pale shade of gray, as the years and the decades have taken the picture away. But I can still see you just standing right there, with the flash of the camera bright on your hair. We held up our peace signs and laughed at the lens, believing that we would be more than just friends. We shook the small paper and watched it appear under the light of the bright summer pier, and saw our own faces so happy and young, with the sweetest of songs on our innocent tongue. Oh, the frame is gone yellow and the details are light, but the smile in your eyes is still shining so bright, capturing a second of beautiful grace in a small square of paper we cannot replace. And though the colors are fading away, my heart still remembers that beautiful day. We were wearing our t-shirts and walking the sand, with the heat of the afternoon over the land. I took a quick picture of you on the wall, as you tried not to stumble or slip or to fall. You looked so surprised and you laughed in my face, with a beauty that time can never erase. We shook the small paper and watched it appear under the light of the bright summer pier, and saw our own faces so happy and young, with the sweetest of songs on our innocent tongue. Oh, the frame is gone yellow and the details are light, but the smile in your eyes is still shining so bright, capturing a second of beautiful grace in a small square of paper we cannot replace. And tight. Oh, the frame has gone yellow and the details are light, but the smile in your eyes is still shining so bright, capturing a second of beautiful grace in a small square of paper we cannot replace. And though the colors are fading away, my heart still remembers that beautiful day. Just a fading square frame with a whispered soft name on the back of the card. We pushed the heavy dining table right against the wall to make a small ballroom where we could have it all. The record was scratching a slow 3/4 beat as we tried to coordinate our clumsy young feet. You stepped on my toes and you laughed at the sound as we spun slowly round on the carpeted ground. We didn't know how to move like the stars under the light of the neon street bars, but we had the rhythm of love in our chest, and we felt that our clumsy young steps were the best. We were dancing in circles in that quiet small room, with the curtains drawn tight to shut out the gloom, spinning around in our own little world as the sweet summer night slowly uncurled. And though I now dance with a shadow instead, that beautiful waltz still plays in my head. Your hand was so warm as it rested on mine, and your eyes were as bright as the sweet summer wine. We didn't say much as we moved to the sound of the old vinyl record that spun slowly round, just happy to hold one another so tight under the glow of a single desk light. We didn't know how to move like the stars under the light of the neon street bars, but we had the rhythm of love in our chest, and we felt that our clumsy young steps were the best. We were dancing in circles in that quiet small room, with the curtains drawn tight to shut out the gloom, spinning around in our own little world as the sweet summer night slowly uncurled. And though I now dance with a shadow instead, that beautiful waltz still plays in my head. And the music has stopped and the record is still, and the house is so quiet and empty and chill, but I still take a step in the 3/4 time, thinking of when your sweet hand was in mine. We were dancing in circles in that quiet small room, with the curtains drawn tight to shut out the gloom, spinning around in our own little world as the sweet summer night slowly uncurled. And though I now dance with a shadow instead, that beautiful waltz still plays in my head. Just a 3/4 beat for my lonely feet in the quiet